The India Power Factor is a study in success. While some of the robust economies of the Western world struggle to cope with recession and slowly bit the dust, India has held on its own. One of the sectors that has contributed to the incredible India story is the power sector. Even though the per capita power consumption in India is well below the world average, the very situation provides that huge an opportunity for companies in India and across the globe to take advantage of the huge business potential. But the India Power Factor was not always so powerful. Like all success stories, it too had very humble beginnings. Just 1,500 megawatts electricity and the world's 7th largest geography to light up. That was the first chapter of the India power story when the British withdrew from India for good. And that told the government of India that the story won't be completed anytime soon. For India would have to generate at least 300 times more than what it had to cover an area of 32,87,263 square kilometers. And when you factor in the ever-increasing population, the target behaves pretty much like a mirage.
That point of time, the transmission line was hardly 2,000 kilometers in the country. And today it is in hundreds of thousands of kilometers. So it has really dramatically changed, the industry has dramatically changed.
At the time of independence, India inherited 1,500 megawatts of installed generating capacity, which was primarily in the private sector. And from then, the government invested into the power sector through the government public sector undertakings and started adding new generating capacities to cater to the demand of the population.
As power is one commodity that cannot be stored, but must be transmitted and distributed as soon as it is generated, increasing power generation depended on mobilizing the manufacturing sector.
When you speak about power, you speak about generation. But you forget that T&D is as integral as generation of power. Because please understand, power is the only product in the world, if produced, cannot be stocked.
At that time, manufacturing of equipments lay in the hands of a handful of private players like General Electric, Crompton Greaves and Kirloskar Electric, to name a few. But for a country of a continent size, many more players were needed to strengthen the power ecosystem. With the nation to be built ground up, the private players understood the need to work together to not only support the government but also to come together and grow as a sector.
Primarily, electrical industry is supplying to power sector and industries. So long as power sector grows and industry grows, there is a growth in this sector of industry.
And amid these really challenging times was born IEMA, or Indian Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association.
IEMA started way back in 1948. At that point of time, it was necessary that the electrical industry was very fragmented. And we needed some association which can really talk to the government, become a spokesperson with the government. Also, that was the time that a lot of technological improvement was required, which also IEMA helped, and industry was really grown from that point to a large extent today. And today the size of the electrical industry has almost become equal to $25 billion, which was very small in 1948.
The